Welcome back to another edition of our 2020 Toronto Blue Jays Sim. I'm JayBlue at Jays From Away on Twitter, and you can also find me at bluejaysfromaway.com, and I'm the author of the 2020 Toronto Blue Jays Minor League Handbook. Welcome back. As you can see, we've had a bit of a down week. It is now Monday, June the 1st, and we went 1-6, losing 1-5, losing games, 2 of 3 to the Tampa Bay Rays, and 3 straight to the Baltimore Orioles. So not a great week for the Blue Jays. So we're losing some of the ground that we had gained last week. In our first game, a 5-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Rays, we had a couple hits from Brandon Drury, who hit a home run, and Danny Jansen was 2 for 4. Travis Shaw hit a double there, and Chase Anderson went 5 2/3 and 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Shun Yamaguchi was up to his old tricks, giving up a home run, 2 runs in 2 innings. The next game, we lost 6-1. Again, not much on the offense, just a home run from Billy McKinney for everything. That was all of our scoring. And then on the mound, Anthony Kay went 6 1/3, but he did give up 5 runs on 14 hits. So he walked 1, but 5 strikeouts, but not the best outing for Anthony Kay. And then our only win of the week, a 12-8 win against the Rays, who are in first place in the East Division in the American League. Vladdy Guerrero had a massive game. He went 3 for 4 with a home run, a double, 4 RBI. Randall Grichuk was 3 for 4. He also hit a home run. He's leading the team with 13. And Bo Bichette was 2 for 6. So nice game there. Hyunjin Ryu was hit hard at 5 runs in 2 2/3 innings. Matt Shoemaker, 3 1/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And TJ Zoik, 1 2/3. He struggled, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits. Dolis and Ken Giles finished that one off. In the Baltimore series, Baltimore they're not a great team. They're 20-38 record, but they swept us. And in that first game, Travis Shaw had a good game with a home run and 3 hits, and Lourdes Gurriel also had a home run and 2 hits, including a double as well. Danny Jansen was 1 for 2 with 2 walks with a double there, and Brandon Drury had a double, so he's swinging the bat fairly well. Tanner Roark was hit hard again. His ERA is bloating up to 7.06. Thornton, Font, Yamaguchi gave up another home run, so not a solid week so far for Yamaguchi. We lost 1-0 in Nate Pearson's start this week. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. That 1 run was just on a home run, and Jordan Romano also pitching really well in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. We just had 1 hit, and that was a single by Rowdy Tellez, who also took a walk. So not much offense going there. And in the final game of the week for the Jays, we had a 6-4 loss to the Orioles again. Bo Bichette had a couple of hits, including a double. Derek Fisher hit a solo home run. He also took a walk. So, again, Derek Fisher's putting up some good numbers. He also stole a base. Anderson got hit hard in this one after a decent start in his last outing. But Matt Shoemaker, coming on strong out of the bullpen, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. And Thornton and Yamaguchi both had good outings to finish off the week. So that was it for the Jays. Let's take a look at the Buffalo Bisons. One of the things I don't like is I've got to keep going back because it is June 1st in the actual date. And so to get back to May's schedule, I've always got to go click the May button. So we didn't have a great week either for the Buffalo Bisons. On the 25th, you can see we had a 7-2 loss to Lehigh Valley. Thomas Pannone started that one, gave up 7 runs. Julian Merriweather went 3 scoreless innings, 3 hits, and 4 strikeouts, while Jacob Waguespack, 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Santiago Espinal and Forrest Wall were both 2 for 4 with a double. The next game, in a 5-4 loss to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, the Yankees AAA squad. Tomas Hatch had a strong outing in that one. Tomas Hatch, who, if you check the I think it's bluejays.com. Alexis Brudnicki posted a great article about scouting Tomas Hatch. So you can check it out. Hatch has a 7 innings, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. Great outing, but Kirby Snead took some damage for the Bisons in the loss. not too much offense. 3 hits from Ruben Tejada and 2 hits from Riley Adams. Tejada had 2 doubles. In the next game, a 8-7 loss on the 27th. Sean Reed Foley was the starter. Petrichka, Taylor, and Gaviglio. Gaviglio was hit hard, giving up 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Offensively, Kivlahan, Adams, Wall, Tejada each had 2 hits apiece. Going to the next game, a 15-4 loss the next game is a 6-4 loss for this against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. This one went 14 innings, and our bullpen did pretty well after Philippe Almond had a solid start. Just 2 earned runs in 6 innings. Sneed, Dykstra, Tice, and Jackson each got through without giving a run, but it was Gaviglio who took the loss. We're going to talk a little bit more about Gaviglio later. And Patrick Kivlahan, his team-leading 11th home run there. Ruben Tejada still hot, 3 hits in that game. We followed that up with a 15-4 loss to the Rochester Red Wings. Ryan Barucki was hit hard in that one, 2 1/3, 5 runs. Merriweather, 3 runs. Taylor, 3 runs. Saucedo, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 hits apiece for Roman Fields, who hit a triple and a home run, and Andy Burns, who was 2 for 4 with a double. And then we had our win of the week with a 5-4 win over Rochester. Pannone with a solid start. 1 run on 5 innings, 6 strikeouts for him. Petrichka got hit a bit. Dykstra, solid outing. Tice was hit. He walked 3 guys. So he wasn't hit, but he walked 3 guys. And Zach Jackson got the save. Roman Fields, where is Roman? He's here, 2 for 3 with a double. 3 RBI, so Roman Fields is pretty hot. Santiago Espinal 2 for 5, and Anthony Alford hit a double. But he also struck out a couple times. And our final game was a win, a 7-3 win against the Rochester Red Wings. 3 hits for Mitch Walding, including a home run and a double. 2 doubles for Andy Burns. Forrest Wall was 2 for 3. So some decent offense from some guys. Tomas Hatch, he came out of the game injured. We still don't know what that injury is. So we're a little bit worried about Tomas Hatch here. 3 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Then we got 2 solid innings, 2 unearned runs against him for Connor Fisk. Jacob Waguespack, 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. So great work there. Let's move to the Fisher Cats. The Fisher Cats, we go back to May, and the Fisher Cats had a whole bunch of losses. They had 5 losses, 2 wins, including losses to Trenton on the 25th, and that was a Zach Logue start. He gave up 4 runs in that one. Jake Fishman with 3 1/3 solid innings out of the pen. Alejandro Kirk was 1 for 4 with 2 RBI. Logan Warmoth with 2 for 3, and Josh Palacios 2 for 3. Our 15-5 loss was pretty ugly. It was Patrick Murphy on the mound for that one, taking a 7-run shot there. Baker, Bergen, Castillo, and Dillon all gave up runs. Josh Palacios did hit a home run. 10-7 win. We got some good offense here. We very spread up and down the lineup. Everybody except for Demi Ormaloy got a hit. We had 2 hits from Gabriel Guerrero, 2 hits from Alejandro Kirk, 2 hits from Cullen Large, and Ryan Noda hit a home run, his 3rd of the year. Large would hit a triple, and Lundqvist and Smith each hit a double. Joey Murray was solid on the mound in a starting role, 5 1/3, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Fishman, although after that 3 1/3 innings he had before a scoreless ball, gave up 4 runs here in 1 2/3. Brad Wilson, strong outing, and Hector Perez continues to impress in a closer's role. 9-8 loss to the Reading Fighting Phils, the AA affiliate of the Phillies. Alejandro Kirk here hit a home run, going 2 for 4. Palacios also hit a home run, his 6th. He was 1 for 3. Kevin Smith was 2 for 5 with a double, and Christian Williams coming in for Noda was 2 for 3 with an RBI. On the mound, Elvis Luciano, 7 runs in 7 hits in 2 1/3 innings. John Harris, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. And Justin Dillon, 1 unearned run with 3 strikeouts in 2 2/3. Another shutout here. We lost 4-0 to the Hartford Yard Goats, and only 2 hits, one by Mac Jones and one by Logan Warmoth. Sean Weimer, a little bit better than his first start, 4 runs in 6 innings, but 2 home runs, not the best outing for him. And a 9-4 loss to Hartford. And it was, again, not a lot of offense, just 6 hits, including a home run for Cullen Large, a double for Kevin Smith. Sopko gave up 7 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings, even though he struck out 8. And Zach Logue gave up some more runs here, 2 2 1/3 innings, walking 4 guys. And our final game was a 4-3 win in 10 innings, thanks to Cullen Large with a run-scoring single in the 10th. Large had that single. We had doubles from Kevin Vicuña and Ryan Noto, while Kevin Smith was 3 for 5, as was Vicuña. Josh Palacios 2 for 6 there with a stolen base. And Patrick Murphy redeemed himself a bit. He gave up 3 solo home runs, 5 innings, 6 hits, and 6 strikeouts. Castillo, Overton, Wilson, and Perez. Perez with 3 strikeouts in that final inning for the save. We'll go to the Dunedin Blue Jays now. The Dunedin Blue Jays, as we head back to May, had 3 wins, 3 losses, including 2 shutouts against the Florida Fire Frogs. They're the Atlanta Braves Advanced A club. Here we had, one-hit games from everybody, doubles from Samad Taylor, Reggie Pruitt, John Aiello, and Norberto Obeso hit a triple. Aiello drove in 2, and Justin Maesi with a very, very strong outing, 7 1/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, just 1 strikeout for Maesi, and Marcus Reyes with his first save of the year. In a 3-0 win, we had, again, 1 hit from all those who got hits, a home run from Gabriel Moreno, and Samad Taylor, Johnny Aiello, and Jake Brodt contributing with doubles. Josh Winkowski was the author of a solid pitching outing here, giving up just 3 hits and a walk in 6 1/3, 3 strikeouts. Marcus Reyes again with some strong work, and Turner Larkins with the save. They couldn't keep up that streak of shutting out the Florida Fire Frogs, losing 5-3. 2-hit game for Samad Taylor, who hit a home run, drove in 3, and took a walk. So really nice game there for Samad. Alek Manoah, 4 innings, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts. Alex Nolan gave up 2 runs there in the relief, finishing the game. A 6-3 loss against the Daytona Tortugas, who are the Cincinnati Reds affiliate. Reggie Pruitt with a couple of hits. Samad Taylor with a double and a walk. Chavez Young with 2 hits, including a double. Casey Clemens drove in a couple. Graham Spraker, another strong outing for him, 5 innings, 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Maverick Buffo took the loss, giving up 5 runs. We had an 11-inning loss, 4-1 against Daytona. We had 2 hits from Chavez Young, including a triple, but just 4 hits in that entire game. Simeon Woods Richardson, just 1 unearned run in 5 2/3. Cree Finfrock, 2 1/3 scoreless. So some good outings here, except for Turner Larkins, who had probably his only really bad outing of this season so far. And finally, a 9-2 win against those Daytona Tortugas. Jake Brodt with a home run. He was 2 for 5. 2 for 5 was also Otto Lopez, who hit a double. 2 for 5, Reggie Pruitt, who hit a double. And 2 for 4 was Chris Beck, who stole 2 bases and has 13 on the year. Justin Maesi with another outing, 2 runs in 6 innings. So Maesi is starting to pile up some innings with some really good results. And Jackson Rees, a very good outing, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Now let's take a look at the Lansing Lugnuts to complete our tour around the Blue Jays organization. We had 4 wins and 3 losses, starting off with a 4-3 win against the Great Lakes Loons, who play in nearby Midland. The Loons got victimized by Hagen Danner, who hit 4 hits, including 2 home runs and a double, driving in a pair, both of them with solo home runs. We also had a home run from Tanner Morris, who was 1 for 3 with 2 walks. Donnie Sellers got the win, 2 runs, 6 innings. Very nice work for him. Stadler, Huffman, Karachi, and Josh Hyatt, who did get the save, but he also gave up a run in relief. Versus Lake County, the Cleveland Indians Midwest League affiliate, the Lansing Lugnuts beat them 8-4. They got a home run from Tanner Kerwer, who hit a grand slam in the 8th inning. McGregory Contreras also hit a home run, a solo shot for him. Luke Gillingham, in his first start with the Lugnuts, 6 1/3, 1 run. Fitz Stadler gave up 3. Juan Diaz and Luis Quinones finished it off. Again against Lake County. I think that's the wrong game. There we go. 10-4. We had 3 hits from Jesus Lopez, 2 hits from Yorman Rodriguez, who hit his first home run of the year. Tanner Kerwer with another home run. Tanner Morris with 2 hits, including no doubles for Morris, no doubles. But Cameron Eden hit his 20th double of the year. So just a lot of offense, a lot of extra base hits. You can check that out, see what there is there. Now, Adam Kloffenstein did not have a great start for runs over 4 1/3 innings, but Grant Townsend really bailed him out. 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Hobie Harris, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and Mitch McCown finished it off. Our first loss of the week, 6-3 to Lake County. Couple hits from Jesus Lopez, who continues to be hot. Tanner Morris with a couple of hits. Tanner Kerwer with another home run. That's his 3rd game in a row. And Hunter Steinmetz is hitting .434 with 2 walks and a hit. That was a double for him. On the mound, Jared DeCesare, 3 runs in 6 1/3 innings, 5 strikeouts. Will McCaffer got hit for 3 runs. Bounced back with a win, 4-1 against the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. This is a beautiful diamond here in Fort Wayne. If you ever have a chance to go, it's just stunning. LJ Talley with a lot of production here, 2 hits and a walk for the Lugnuts, including a double. Yorman Rodriguez had a couple of hits. McGregory Contreras with a double. Will Robertson with a double. Juan Nunez on the mound. Again, he is under the radar, but really putting up some nice numbers for the Lugnuts. 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, a run, and a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Diaz, 2 innings and 4 strikeouts for him. Josh Hyatt with his 12th save. Now, we didn't really rebound well from that 4-1 win, getting just demolished 16-2. Just 5 hits, including doubles from Lopez, Talley, and Contreras. Jordan Groshans hit his 3rd home run of the year. Donnie Sellers, 3 runs for him. Stadler, 3 runs in 1 inning. Mitch McCown, 4 earned runs without getting an out. Luis Quinones, 6 runs in 1 1/3 innings, and McCaffer finished it off. So that was not a great game at all. 4-3 loss to finish out the week. Will Robertson, a couple of hits, including a double, including 2 doubles, actually, and then double for Jesus Lopez as well. Luke Gillingham, 4 runs in 4 innings, and Hobie Harris with a strong outing in relief, 3 2/3. So let's take a look at what's going on in the overall. We have some moves that we want to make. So when it comes to pitching for these Lansing Lugnuts, we definitely have a few moves to make. We've been really disappointed with a couple of guys, especially the relievers. Fitz Stadler has not done well, but we do like his walk to strikeout ratio here. Mitch McCown is a guy who, again, has not produced, and McCown is actually someone we are going to let go. So he is now a free agent. We're going to give Parker Karachi another bit of a chance. He's really not impressed here, but he does have some decent potential, and that's, borderline major league. I don't like the movement, but we've seen guys like Matt Shoemaker and a couple of other guys with 35 movement ratings do okay, and his stuff potential's not bad. Now, he is 23, but we're just going to look at his morale. He's not bad morale here, but his performance hasn't been great. So he's a guy that we're definitely watching for upcoming moves. Now we have some moves for the pitching staff, especially of the Dunedin Blue Jays. We have 17 pitchers. This is our biggest roster right now. And one guy who I think we're just going to have to let go is Connor Law. And aside from that, we're going to actually promote Josh Winkowski and Turner Larkins. Larkins has been really great. I mean, 3 walks, 20 strikeouts. So we're going to send him up to New Hampshire. We're going to promote Josh Winkowski, who has also been fantastic. We do want to see his strikeout rate go up a little bit, but he's been very good. So we're going to now go to the Fisher Cats. We're going to demote Elvis Luciano. Here he is. So he's going down to Dunedin. We have 16 pitchers now on the Fisher Cats, and we are going to release Brian Baker. A couple of reasons. I mean, if you look at his stats, he's not been doing well. He's got a very poor walk rate at 8 walks and 8 strikeouts in 10 innings. And while he does have a lot of potential here for improvement in his stuff, that movement and control, that's not major league caliber. So we are going to release him. Again, it's all these decisions are being made based on the game and how the game is treating these players. Now, as we move up, we're just going to do that. So we've updated Winkowski's in the rotation. We're actually going to loosen up his pitch count a little bit. We're going to give him a 100 pitch count. There we go. So we're going to move up to Buffalo now, and the Buffalo Bisons, Tomas Hatch is injured. Again, we don't know what his injury is yet, so he could be going out for a while. We are going to release Sam Gaviglio, who really has not been good even in Buffalo. Now, in addition to that, we are going to go to the Blue Jays. And we are going to send down TJ Zoik back to Buffalo. And to take his place, we are going to bring up Jacob Waguespack. This decision is mainly because Waguespack is already on the 40-man roster, but also, he's got 21 strikeouts in 13 innings. That, tells me that this guy is ready for the major leagues. So we're still keeping an eye on guys like Curtis Taylor, who has 19 strikeouts and 14 and 2/3 innings for the Bisons, just 2 walks there. So he's been actually quite outstanding. All right, we're gonna get our roster. So we're gonna make Waguespack a middle reliever for now, and so let's take a look at our overall what we've got here with the Blue Jays. We've got Chase Anderson back in the rotation after his injury. He's had a couple of decent starts, one good one not so good one. Nate Pearson has been excellent. He's still 1-2. The Blue Jays haven't scored runs. He was the loser of that 1-0 game. Anthony Kay has had good starts and bad starts, and he's been good in the bullpen for the most part. Tanner Roark has had a couple of good starts, but really not very many. He's got that 7.06 ERA. Hopefully, we're going to have some rebound going the other way for Tanner Roark. And Hyunjin Ryu he's been doing okay. He's had a couple starts. That 4.01 ERA comes from his last start where he just got kind of hammered. But again, he's going to be good, and hopefully, the ballpark factor, being in the American League East and having that ballpark factor working against him, he's not going to put up, and I never believed he was going to put up an ERA like he did last year with the Dodgers at 2.32. I was predicting something in the mid to high threes, so 4.01 is actually not too far off. In the bullpen, I mean, we've had some great results from Giles, Dolis, Romano. Wilmer Font has been very good. The other guys have not. Yamaguchi's giving up a ton of home runs. Thornton and Shoemaker are both guys that have been in the starting rotation and are showing a little bit better results in the bullpen. For our lineups, again, the same guys are still pretty much doing the same thing they've been always doing. Vlad Guerrero has been strong. He's up to 11 home runs now and 885 OPS, 133 OPS plus, which is pretty darn good. Derek Fisher is slumping. He's down to a 137 OPS plus, 906 OPS. Lourdes Gurriel has been solid with the bat. Randall Grichuk has been quite good. Rowdy Tellez, again, has been slumping a bit. Brandon Drury, when he's been getting into games, has been doing fairly well. He's got a couple home runs this week. Danny Jansen has been he's been doing even better, 106 OPS plus. And he's pretty solid for an everyday catcher, although Reese McGuire has really not generated much offense. Travis Shaw, solid. Kevin Biggio still struggling, so that's why we've got Brandon Drury getting some extra ABs, Joe Panic getting some extra ABs. So hopefully they'll fill that out with a little closer to league average offense. Bo Bichette is not doing all that great. He's sort of hovering around where he was last week at about an 88 OPS plus. And for the Buffalo Bisons, again, same things we've been seeing. We haven't been seeing a lot of turnarounds. Roman Fields had a great week. Patrick Kivlahan's been very solid. Guys like Anthony Alford, Forrest Wall have been fairly poor. Jonathan Davis, solid. Ruben Tejada, solid. Santiago Espinal, he's falling back to league average. His batting average is now below 300. Andy Burns has been quite good. He's showing some pop as well. Mitch Walding has been solid, even though his batting average is pretty low. His OBP is pretty decent. So, and Riley Adams, 57 OPS. He's struggling there in AAA. On the mound in AAA, Philippe Aumont, Ryan Barucki has had some great outings, some not so great outings. Pannone, same thing. He's had some really good ones, not so good ones. Reed Foley has been pretty much like Sean Reed Foley has actually been in, reality. The relievers here, James Dykstra and Connor Fisk, are both doing really, really well. Zach Jackson is probably putting up numbers fairly similar to what he did last year. McClelland is not pitching a lot, so hopefully with the release of Sam Gaviglio, he'll be able to get more action. Julian Merriweather, not bad since going to the bullpen. Petrichka's been solid. Saucedo's been on and off. Curtis Taylor has been probably the best guy. And then Ty Tice has been the closer. We're just going to make sure we have our updated roster here. Okay, and in Double A, the guys that we're keeping an eye on here, Andrew Sopko has he had a kind of a blow up, but he's been pretty good. Joey Murray, again, he's been fairly solid when he's a starter. He hasn't really taken to a relief role. Sean Weimer, his second start was a little better, but it wasn't great at all. Going down the list, Hector Perez and Brad Wilson have both been lights out in the bullpen. Perez, especially since he became a reliever. And Turner Larkins is now, he's setup man already, so that's pretty good. As far as the lineups go, again, there's not a lot of change here. Kirk has been really good, even though he's been a little bit more under the radar lately. He's been sort of consistently producing. Ryan Noda's, I think, a little bit better. Cullen Large, Logan Warmoth. Large has been doing okay. Warmoth is underperforming again. Kevin Smith has been almost league average. Vicuña has been sliding since he got off to a hot start. Palacios has been strong. Lundqvist strong. Gabriel Guerrero is pretty solid, but Demi Ormaloy is struggling at Double A. In Dunedin, Gabby Moreno has been solid. He's probably one of the top offensive prospects, and Samad Taylor definitely has been one of the bright spots here for the Dunedin Blue Jays. If we look at his overall, his contact may fall a little short of what he needs to do to be a major league regular, but these numbers here are fantastic. So if he fills out that plate discipline, that potential that he's got there, and he continues to develop his home run power and gap power, he can make up for that 40 contact potential rating. Another guy who's been very strong is Chavez Young. I've always liked him as a player, and you see what he has the potential of being, at least according to our scout. Griffin Conine, not been doing great, 52 strikeouts. He's actually, I think, leading the team in that category. And for pitching here, we've demoted Elvis Luciano. We're going to get the manager's decision here. We've got Alec Manoah, who again he'll have one decent start, one not so great start. Graham Spraker, he's the next guy that we're looking at for a promotion. He's been in Dunedin before. He actually had one game in Buffalo last year. So he's a guy that we're definitely looking at for a promotion, although we have to look at this and see that he's pretty much maxed out. I think if we turn him into a reliever, we're going to see a little bit more on the stuff, and we can just actually see that very quickly. He gets a little boost in his stuff if we set him to be a reliever. So he could be a borderline major league reliever, I think, with this kind of, maybe a really, long reliever type of guy in the major leagues. We're just going to turn him back into a starter. And Jackson Rees has had a good outing this past week. So Alex Nolan, pretty good adjustment since coming up from Lansing. As you can see, they do the Class A stats are all kind of lumped together. If you see that we highlight Alex Nolan here, you've got 29 and a third in Lansing innings and 10 and a third in Dunedin. So they actually combined those for A ball. If you've got a player who's they consider sort of advanced A or high A and Class A as being the same when it comes to stats in here on this page. And we've already taken a look at this, so we'll look at the Lugnuts now. Lugnuts, again, have a lot of hitters who are really producing. Hagen Danner has an 805 OPS. Yorman Rodriguez is over 100. Everybody here is over 100, except for Jordan Groshans, who is probably the top prospect on this team. So that's, the disappointing part. His potential is still fairly solid. And I think his OTP or OSA, his OSA rating is better. We also see Cameron Eden here, 144. He is our team leader in OPS Plus, and OPS obviously, because OPS Plus is based on OPS. So Cameron Eden here is our top producing hitter. He's also leading the team in WAR with 1.1. And if we look at our pitchers, we've got Luke Gillingham's now in the starting rotation. Jared DeCessary's been doing okay. Juan Nunez, again, is our sort of under-the-radar guy. His strikeouts could be better. Walks could be better. But aside from that, he's sort of our top guy. And that is our update for this week. The Blue Jays are now in second place. They're just half a game up on Boston. So they're going to need a bit of a boost this coming week. They've got some games against the St. Louis Cardinals, so some interleague play in the National League, and then they'll face off against the Texas Rangers at home in Toronto. Thanks for joining me. I'm JayBlue, BlueJaysFromAway.com. You can find me on Twitter at JaysFromAway, and you can find my writings. The 2020 Toronto Blue Jays Minor League Handbook is available at Amazon in print and for Kindle. And thanks to GM Games and their channel on YouTube. Check it out and have a great day.